Hi there. Probably going to be a tricky video for my first, but here we go. This is the story of how I tried to immortalize my wife in the world of SpongeBob SquarePants. Are you ready, kids? Okay.
Introductions.
So let's start with the introductions. My name is Rees Chua Finlay and I make stuff. I make 3D printed props, I paint miniatures, I've written award-nominated comic books, and I have my own trading card game called Clash of the Capybaras. But the main thing that pays the bills is being an official sketch card artist for various trading card companies, having provided officially licensed artworks for such franchises as Star Wars, The Walking Dead, Star Wars, The X-Files, Star Wars, Stranger Things, Marvel, and of course, Star Wars. But what is a sketch card? I hear everyone from outside this niche ask. Now, I'm sure you all know about trading cards and their current explosion in popularity. Well, a sketch card is a one-of-a-kind piece of original artwork randomly inserted into these trading card packs, and joining the shinies, autographs, and that card of C-3PO with his willy out as hits. Those special rare cards that are much desired by collectors and scalpers alike. And I'm one of the many artists who are contributing sketch cards to these projects. I'm somewhere in the mid-tier, which is why you've never heard of me. Penciling, inking, and colouring hundreds of these tiny trading card sized artworks before sending them off to the licensor for approval, making them official one-of-a-kind pieces of merchandise, and then excitedly seeing folk add them to their collections, or less excitingly seeing them pop up on eBay. Why didn't you want me? But more important than any of these things, I'm the husband to my muse and wifey Rees Chua Finlay, aka the Mayoress, the Malaysian Delight, not the restaurant in Birmingham, El Wifo Diablo, Yena's Egg, the Little Bean. And in January this year, Yen sadly passed away in her sleep while visiting her family in Malaysia. And in many ways, I also feel that my life ended that day. Yen's beauty, intelligence, humour, and passion for life fundamentally changed me for the better. Treating a trip to Tesco with all the reverence as a visit to the Louvre, and acting like a Disney princess, ushering wildlife into our garden and giving them names such as Jerry Halliwell, Oreo Double Stuff, Chairman Meow, Vincent, and lastly, Elgato. We'll get back to her. It was as if the magic had just been erased from the world overnight. And beyond the Star Wars set I was working on at the time, I had no more work lined up. Pushing myself to finish and meet that deadline while in the deepest depths of my grief, fearful of damaging my reputation in the eyes of employers, I crawled across that finish line. Well, still beat the deadline by a few days because I'm the absolute boy. But then I began to spiral out. With no more work lined up, facing down the worst time in my life while mourning the best time in my life, and knowing life was about to get really expensive, I was in a bad way. But knowing that the missus would be livid if I gave up, I really needed that elusive new gig, and prayed to the universe to help me out. And then it happened. The email notification pinged, an invite came in. Sweet relief. Come at me, new gig. Save me, new gig. Help me survive, new gig. Keep my mind and body occupied, new gig. But this is where things start to get a bit cosmic. It wasn't just another Star Wars set or one of the brands I occasionally work on. It was Yen's favourite cartoon, SpongeBob SquarePants. The show whose merch still occupies our home, the show we would quote on the daily. And this isn't something we knew about and were working towards. This just happened, which is pretty weird, right? So at that moment, I didn't see this as another gig to keep me going on until deadline day. I saw this as some sort of message from the universe. Well, in reality, it's an email from America, but stick with me here. And what happens when you get a message from a universe? You reply. And I replied to the email. You know, what a wonderful opportunity to memorialize Yen, as through my art I could draw her into the world of her favourite cartoon and it would be official. what an incredible opportunity that would be. But it ain't going to be that easy. I mean, the licenses for these IPs understandably want a style and tone that's in line with the show. And in this instance, you know, the colourful and quirky world of Bikini Bottom. And I don't want to risk them getting rejected. And I absolutely do not want to get blacklisted from future products, because this line of work is keeping me alive right now. But if I didn't at least try, I mean, you wouldn't be watching this sort of content, so let's give it a shot.
The antenna.
So, step one is to work out how to execute this plan. As fun as it would be, a photorealistic Malaysian goddess doesn't really fit into a world of talking sponges, burger cars, and capitalist crabs. So, as cool as that would be, it would be rejected instantly. Game over. The guidelines for this particular gig stated we did have some creative leeway this time. Sketch cards is mostly just copying from movie and TV screenshots, but providing it was in the style guidelines of the show and, you know, tasteful, you know, no renderings of Mr. Krabs running a crypto scheme or anything, it started to become clear how I was going to be able to do this. I would make an original character based on Yen. Now, we all love the fishy citizens of Bikini Bottom, but my favourite hasn't been invented yet. So mashing up various bits of reference from existing characters in the show, so it was in line with the continuity and style of the show. I set about creating this Yen character sporting her iconic hair, razor-sharp winged eyeliner, and the sweater she wore at our wedding meal. And there we have it. And I'm really happy with the style of this design. It fits the style of the show. It represents Yen in a way that's tasteful, but also embraces the happiness and humour that she's known for. So, that is step one done. Now we have the character. Now to sneak her into the trading cards. So having signed up to contribute 40 cards, I decided that 4 was the magic number of attempts I was going to make. Inserting her into a 40 probably would have been a bit too obnoxious, and it runs the risk of mass rejections, meaning not only have I failed, I also can't pay the bills and potentially jeopardise any future employment, and Yenas would be raging if I did that. But then drawing only 1 means I only get 1 chance to get approved by licensing and make it official, so that's not good odds. I mean, it's like lottery tickets. 1 isn't enough, but going all in on lottery tickets probably isn't smart either. I don't know. I don't play the lottery. Do you buy multiple tickets? I don't know. This metaphor doesn't work. So, it's time to go work on the set. It's main event time. So I drew a healthy mix of popular characters, moments, memes, and kind of started flexing a bit with a subset of Van Gogh-inspired paintings, all done in acrylic. Van Gogh was one of her favourites. So hopefully I'm ticking all the boxes of what collectors would get a kick out of, while also allowing myself this space to hopefully be able to honour Yen in this unique way. And without further ado, here is the 4 trading cards that I snuck the original Yen character into. I chose to use existing moments in the show because it felt like the most naturalistic way to insert the character. You know, it's subtle, it's discreet, so it's not going to rock the boat. I don't want to upset anyone, any of the higher-ups, or take any liberties, but obviously it's incredibly meaningful to me to immortalise her in this way, so you can see her there, and there. My favourite of which being the Krusty Krab. So, with all 40 complete, and beating the deadline by a few days because I am the absolute boy, it was time to scan them all and ship them off, where they'd then go through the approvals process, and each illustration would be approved by the powers that be, making them official pieces of merchandise, meaning the character that we designed would be official. No pressure, man.
2 weeks later.
After waiting with bated breath for 2 weeks, I saw on my phone that the email for the approvals had finally come in, so I rushed to my PC to load it up and film my reaction in real time, hoping for that much needed win. So it's currently 10:30 at night. I just saw on the phone that I got email. So we'll find out if they got accepted or not. My eyes were racing. It's funny, you don't really get this with most sketch card sets. Here we go. When it wants to load. My PC is 10 years old. Here we go. A total of 37 were approved out of 40. Look. A total of 37 were approved. You can see my face sink here. Assuming those 3 were part of the all-important 4. It's probably just going to be one of the more subtle ones that made the cut. Not the clean sweep I was hoping for. It's over. So, 4 were in the mix. 3 rejected. And I'll try to switch ones. I can't show them now, but... So that means at least 1 got in. But then, I clicked through to the attached PDF, breaking down all the approvals and specifying what did and what did not make the cut. And we are so back. Holy shit. They all got in. Yeah, so the 3 that got rejected don't include the custom character battle. Oh my god, it's one. Did it. Every single card featuring our original yen-based character had made the cut. The 3 rejects were just from a mix of regular artworks. So there we have it. Mission accomplished. Yen is now official in the world of SpongeBob, and wherever she is now, I really hope she gets a kick out of it. You know, the chance to do such a thing felt like a gift from the universe, and we never really spoke about our deaths. Why would we? Our life was just beginning. But she did share her views on death with me, and she says that we're all made of stardust, and when we die, we become one with the universe again. So maybe this SpongeBob gig was a gift from the universe, a little sprinkle of stardust, you know, just like the 6 months of consistent employment that followed. And Algato moving in, the memorial tree, and dedicating my final Capybara card game to her with this incredible tribute art from Paulette Arashina, plus a Van Gogh from me, and Algato giving birth in my sock drawer. All of it. Every single thing. It's all stardust.
Wow. Hey! No!
There's been hard times too, but you know, that's not for a light-hearted-ish video like this. You know, we don't talk about the dread. Yeah, thank you for watching me and letting me share this story of this crazy little thing I did to hopefully honor my wife, keep her memory alive, and I guess keep me occupied. But I felt like it would be better to chronicle it as a video. You know, social media posts can be very flash in the pan, especially when it's a niche medium, especially when it's someone as mid-tier and unheard of as myself. And, you know, obviously it's not the actual show, unless an animator is watching this and wants to do me a huge favor. But I feel like official merchandise is the next best thing, and hopefully you've enjoyed letting me share this with you, and hopefully I've done a sufficient job of communicating what it means to me. And I am super excited to share that the SpongeBob 25th anniversary cards from Topps/Fanatics is out right now. And on that note, I have a job for you. I am offering $100 for whoever finds the favorite of the cards featuring Yenna's character, which is this one, where she's in the Krusty Krab enjoying a Krabby Patty. So I'd love to own this one for sentimental reasons. So if you could spread the word, pester your local whatnot streamer, and like and subscribe, get ripping, spread the word, everything, thank you. And if you have any questions about any of this, feel free to put them in the comments down below, and if I get enough, I'll do a follow-up Q&A style video answering them all. But other than that, the best place to find me is over on Instagram at Reesytime, and I can also be reached via the astral plane or one of those empty cans with some string on it.
And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. If you see any of my cards in the wild, be sure to tag me because my ego needs the validation. But that's about it. Thank you. Bye.